biggest Wolverines right now.
Folks, I'm back. It's 2021, and you know what? I'm looking for some good food. I'm trying to eat. You know, sometimes I work these late nights, and over there at the AM station, I'm trying to find somewhere to eat. Well, guess what? There's only one place I really need to go, and that's Henderson's Chicken. Miss Linda runs it, and it's a top quality organization. And if I want fried chicken, I'm going there. I'm not going down to visit the Colonel, and I'm not going down to Louisiana because they have terrible service there with their chicken. No, you want the best customer service, the best fried chicken, the best everything. It's at Henderson's Chicken. They got quality level chefs. They're like gourmet chefs back there. We had one in studio, and this guy is trained, and they make the best fried chicken that will melt in your mouth. Macaroni and cheese to die for. Goodness, you want Henderson Chicken. It's on Grubhub, so if you don't even feel like leaving your house, they'll come deliver to you. All the locations all across DFW, it is the best fried chicken. Of course, the official fried chicken of BFB. Henderson Chicken is where you want to be. Back to you, Walt.
Thank you, EA. It's great to have you back in the studio cutting those promos.
That's right. That's all.
I feel like maybe we need to get you recorded.
Yeah, I know. We probably need to do that because
when you're away,
I'm away, it suffers.
Yeah, it does. It suffers bad. Miss Linda's always curious what's going on.
This golden throat here.
I don't know if that's what you want to lead with.
No,
having a golden throat.
No. But I know another thing. Dan Quinn is the defense coordinator for your Dallas Cowboys.
You mean your Cowboys, right?
Sure.
Yeah, your Dallas Cowboys. Your Dallas Cowboys. That's who you got.
See, I wish. By the way, Tovash, the esteemed third member of the group, should be here. He said yes, sir, when I asked him is he coming. That's all I got was yes, sir. And I'm talking about
that's all that needs to be said.
Okay, so we'll see if he shows up. But I kind of wish he was here right now because, he's probably going to hate on Mike McCarthy more. And I'll say this. I am very upset with Mike McCarthy on the way he handled the last game of the season. I never got a chance to say it, but that one move where he did not challenge the play was the stupidest thing he could have ever done. And I'm just going to say, Mike McCarthy.
Why are you beating up on McCarthy, man?
No, only on this, and I'll say this: he's made some questionable decisions this season. I will say, going into 2021, I'm still giving him my support, and I still want to see what he does this next year with the full normal year, normal DAC, everything back to normal. We'll see, but I'm only giving him this 1 year.
Wow. I guess it's up to you.
But I've always said that.
You are the face of Cowboys Nation, so I guess you do have some pull to try to.
I've always said, I always said from the beginning, I want to give Mike this year. These 2 years to give me a lane. I said this year was a freebie. You got a freebie this year. Next year is where it counts. But I was on board with the firing of Mike Nolan because Mike Nolan to me was a stubborn SOB that just did not want to do anything. He wanted to do his way or the highway. And that's why we didn't see Randy Gregory start playing toward the very end. So I'm glad they fired him. I'm glad they fired Jim Tom Sula, even though he's funny. I'm glad they got rid of him. All right, new regime.
Oh, he's a comedian.
He seemed like
he's a funny guy, huh? Telling jokes when they're losing.
Apparently he can't coach, but he can tell
jokes, huh? Telling jokes when they're losing, huh? Great guy.
Then they go hire Dan Quinn, and I'm like, because there were better options. I kind of wanted Marvin Lewis or Wade Phillips. That would have been nice.
Well, you're not getting Marvin Lewis. Remember, he was only here for the Rooney Rule that one time.
Yeah,
before they hired McCarthy.
Yeah. So that would have been awkward.
We had him here for affirmative action.
I think that would have been awkward if you brought Marvin Lewis to be your D coordinator under Mike McCarthy. Wade Phillips would have been nice because Uncle Wade.
Why would Wade come back? Remember you said
Garrett's gone though.
Remember you said he was incompetent. Remember he
didn't know he was coach.
Yeah, as a head coach. So
talking about defensive coordinator.
So a guy who you disrespected as head coach, you want him to come back as your coordinator.
I'm not hiring him. Gary's hiring him. He won't interfere with me.
But you want him though. Okay. You wanted him
as a defensive coordinator,
right? But when he was the head coach here,
not as head coach. Oh, incompetent head coach. Good head defensive, probably even great, elite even. He's done wonders across the league with his defense. Why he's on the street right now, I don't know. And he's on Twitter right now asking, by the way, at son of bum. Are you campaigning for him or something? Uncle Wade.
Oh, now he's Uncle Wade.
He's been Uncle Wade.
Wow. But when he was getting fired,
he's a nice little uncle that you like, but he's just not good at the full. He's not daddy. He's uncle. Now, Dan Quinn. Everybody's kind of like, oh, okay, Dan Quinn. He might have sucked as head coach.
Well, he was the guy at the forefront of Legion of Boom, right?
That's where I want to get at. I'm glad you brought that.
Yeah,
up. Okay.
let's talk about it.
I kind of researched this a little bit because at first I'm like, okay, Dan Quinn.
Wait a minute, you did research?
I did.
Wow.
Because everyone kept talking.
Get my pen ready, Kev. I'm gonna get my pen ready.
I saw some negative reaction to Dan Quinn and from some credible guys. I'm like, well, let me look into this. All right, so Dan Quinn, we all remember Chris Richard, right?
You didn't like him either.
I just didn't like because everyone thought, oh, he yells. He's a great head coach. Oh my God, bring him in. I'm like, that's stupid. Anyway, Chris Richard, him and Dan Quinn have a similar style of defense because Chris Richard coached under Dan Quinn, right? It was Chris Richard who took over for Dan Quinn when Dan Quinn left for Atlanta, right?
Right.
And everyone's like, well, Dan Quinn did so great with the Legion of Boom, but was it the players or was it Dan Quinn? And then I realized Dan Quinn didn't even install that system because guess what? He's not the granddaddy of the Legion of Boom, Walt. There's another guy.
Who is?
That's Gus Bradley. Now, you might not know.
So should we go get Gus?
Well, I don't know. Again, here's the question. So, first off, Gus Bradley was brought in 2009 to be the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. They had a terrible season, and Jim Mora Jr. was fired. Pete Carroll's hired, and Pete Carroll retains Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley's the head coach from 2010 to 2013. And from that time, he got the Seattle defense to get better by every year. They got better. And that's why, because they drafted guys like Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman, of course, Cam Chancellor, some of the proponents of the Legion of Boom. Then Dan Quinn takes over as defensive coordinator. Why? Because Gus Bradley goes over to become the head coach at Jacksonville. So then you have Dan Quinn. They went back-to-back Super Bowls under Dan Quinn. So everyone's thinking, oh, my God, it's Dan Quinn. He's the architect. But he wasn't. That was all started by Gus Bradley. So what did Dan Quinn do? Is he merely a figurehead that just stood in there and he goes, oh, I'm here. I have a talented secondary of a talented defense with all pro players. How hard can it be? Of course he looks good because he had talented players. So this comes to my point, Walt. It doesn't matter who your defensive coordinator is because with the talent is what you need. Talent is exactly what makes people run in the NFL. And if you don't have talented players, you're not going to win. That's as simple as that. Because God himself probably could have, you know what? God himself is probably the only coordinator to come in for that Dallas defense and make it work.
I don't know if this is breaking news or not. Did you know who Gus Bradley signed with?
Who?
Oh, wait. He said just signed. Kat, can you hit the breaking news sounder over there real quick? You know, the breaking news.
The one that you think is breaking news when it's not.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead. Play is.
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah, this is a different one, but okay.
Thank you, Kat.
I guess.
Thank you.
Wait, here we go. Here, I got you.
You want?
This is the real.
There you go.
News. He was playing some election center stuff back in the day. I was like, whoa.
Thank you, Kat.
Yes.
Coming in live from Mr. Hughes, one of our Facebook followers. He says Gus Bradley just signed with Las Vegas Raiders as their defensive coordinator. Gus Bradley.
It's too late now.
Yeah. So Gus Bradley.
You see kind of where the patterns, because wasn't Marinelli in Las Vegas, and isn't that kind of the connection? They all run the same damn fucking defense. It's a 4-3 traditional cover 2 defense. They all kind of run similar variations. Dan Quinn, he might be good here, he might not, but in the end, it doesn't matter. It's about talent. If you don't have talent on your defense, you're going to have a shitty time trying to stop offenses. That's as simple as it can get. So it doesn't matter if Dan Quinn is your coordinator. Again, I don't know if Dan Quinn deserves all that credit with the Legion of Boom because Gus Bradley kind of established what the Legion of Boom was. But Dan Quinn or not, that defense is horrific. And you're going to have to upgrade not only on the linebacker position, but you're going to have to upgrade at safety. And mind you, I've heard something about this, that they probably need to invest in a safety because Dan Quinn only needs a safety for his system to work. And they don't have any safety, so good luck.
Make sure you call him Ferd, is what he wants you to call him. Ferd. I've heard of Mr. Hughes. He said call him Ferd. That's what we're going to call him, Ferd.
Ferd?
Yeah.
Ferd, okay. Ferd?
Yes, Ferd. You heard the man. Call him Ferd.
Okay.
Now,
so I'm not, again, if you want to, this is not a really big break. Look, he's an upgrade over Mike Nolan, but anything was.
Why you got? Well, listen, this guy. I mean, listen.
I know
He's gonna bring you guys Earl Thomas like you wanted.
He's not gonna bring Earl
Maybe
Thomas.
you can get Richard Sherman or something like that to come. Maybe we can what they call it, Legion of Boom 2.0 or something like that.
I don't want the geriatric version of Legion of Boom. I don't need these old ass players coming onto the defense.
What do you
Give me
want?
a fucking listen.
What do you want?
Listen, give me a fucking break. Stop with this idea that I know your name, so that means you're gonna be a great player. That's football.
Well, that's what you guys do. That's what Cowboys Nation does all the
No,
time.
well, the
You hear a name and you say, "I want that guy."
Yeah, that's not just Cowboys Nation. It's all football fans in general. Majority of football
Maverick
fans.
fans
Remember
too.
this. Remember this. Most football fans don't really know what they're talking about.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I don't even know sometimes what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to put that on camera, but we know. We know. Wasn't a secret. But how many times have I told you fans are idiots anyway?
I know. And listen, just because Earl Thomas, he used to be an all-pro player, great.
Yeah, go get him. Go get him. You guys, listen, Cowboys, your side of the ball needs a lot of help. A lot of help.
I love how it's still my side.
Yeah, you like the defense. Remember, you didn't want to. You didn't want to pay Zeke because you wanted to pay defense.
No. I wanted the money saved so we can upgrade the defense.
Right. You didn't want to pay Zeke.
But Stephen Jones clearly didn't want to do that, and he paid Zeke, and now we're kind of fucked. By the way, how's our salary cap situation going? Because this idea about upgrading the defense and making talent is going to be a lot harder this year. Because first off, there's nobody really in free agency worth spending all the money on. It's not going to help you unless you want to spend big money, which you won't have the big money because. Oh, right. You have that little contract negotiation with Mr. Dak Prescott you have to deal with that you could have signed him almost 2 years ago, but instead you let your running back dictate things. By the way, that running back didn't do. I mean, he was okay this year, but fumbling the ball a lot and all that. But anyway, that's beside the point. He's your guy because you paid him a lot of money.
Didn't your side of the ball pay Jalen Smith too?
Who?
Jalen Smith. Didn't you guys pay Jalen Smith?
Oh, that was a great steal.
Great deal.
Yeah.
Great deal. And if I can quote him correctly, he's going to be back next year because all you need to do is watch the tape on him, and you'll know everything you need to know about him coming back next year.
Jalen Smith needs a PR person stat. Why? I think he's on his own right now. I think his agent doesn't even lets him talk all that. He needs to get an agent or a PR person to get him. It's like, hey, learn how to shut your mouth.
Why does he need to? Listen, what did I tell you about Jalen Smith? Jerry likes Jalen Smith because no matter what, Jalen Smith is always around the ball. He's always involved in the play.
Why Jerry likes him?
Whether he's getting burnt, he's getting toasted, he's getting mixed up. But at some point within the play, you at least say, damn, Jalen Smith within the play. Jerry likes that. He gives Jerry 1,000%. Jerry loves it. He don't quit on Jerry.
I think the real reason why Jerry likes him is because he's an internal optimist, just like Jerry is.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen's optimism is a little too much.
What do you mean?
It's a lot.
He's swiping. Listen, he's the only one who got the injury. He's swiping the ground on bad plays, even if they didn't do anything. But he's the energy guy. We can't count on Sean Lee because he's never on the field.
You know what? Oh yeah. Well, hey, it's okay. He's done.
It's official.
I'm pretty sure it's official.
I don't know. Pretty sure. I need to know it's an official.
He might be coming back as your linebacker.
You
coach.
See, listen. You know what I like about the Eagles?
What?
They don't hold on to people.
Yeah,
they get rid of them.
Yeah, they do.
The only person I say they got, they let Deshaun Jackson let him come back. They've held on to Alshon Jeffrey too long. But the Eagles, they'll let you go in a heartbeat. Cowboys, we want to hold on to Jason Witten. We want to try to hold on to your guy, Tony Romo.
Listen.
We want to hold on to this coach, and we want to hold on to this player, and hopefully that he'll turn into a coach.
Hold on. So you're an advocate for the Eagles now?
No, I'm just saying I like what they do. No. You see how easy it was for them to fire the head coach?
Hold on. Aside from winning the Super Bowl, which was the biggest fluke in sports history.
No. That ain't a fluke.
That's a fluke.
They beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, because Nick Foles somehow did like a magical power thing, and he got all the.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Because there's no way.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You sit up here.
Played that Super Bowl run over and over again, they would never do that again. That was the biggest fluke. Okay, and
how was it a fluke, David?
Outside of that, the Eagles organization is trash. They have a trash ass quarterback in Carson Wentz, and now, by the way, because Doug Peterson's gone, they're thinking of keeping Carson Wentz. Now?
That's what they did. That's why they got rid of.
That's stupid. Carson Wentz needs to go. He's not good. Okay.
Do you not understand? That's why they got rid of Doug Peterson so they can keep Carson Wentz.
Doug Peterson is the reason why they won a Super Bowl. He got Nick Foles somehow to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, listen. Who ties the salary cap the most right now?
For the quarterback,
Carson Wentz. So if you got to make a choice between Carson Wentz and the coach, who don't make that much money, who you gonna get rid of?
So you got rid of the coach so that Jalen Hurts can beat out Carson Wentz in training camp, and
That's not gonna happen. They're telling you, just like they got rid of Nick Foles, just because they got rid of Nick.
Just right now, Jalen Hurts will be the starter day one next year.
Not with the new coach coming in here.
He will. There's going to be a huge contingent of Eagles fans.
You don't understand.
They like what Jalen Hurts did.
They did, but they got rid of Doug Peterson because he didn't play.
I'm telling you right now. Then good, please, Eagles.
Why are you against Carson Wentz playing? That's a good thing. We want Carson Wentz on the field.
I was just saying that's a stupid decision by them. But yes, please let Carson Wentz, let that garbage can, the human personification of a garbage can, come out and be the starting quarterback for the Eagles because they're the personification of trash as a team. Okay, of anyone, they're a trash organization.
If they can't trade him, he playing. He costs too much. He costs too much money.
No, but going back,
you got to get your money's worth out of that.
Going back to the Dallas Cowboys. Their defense, this is going to be maybe I originally thought a 2-year process. This might be a 3 to 4 year process before you can overhaul this defense. They have to get really lucky in the draft and get some really. I mean, it starts now. They got the number 10 overall pick. Hopefully, one of these really good cornerbacks slides down towards them. But other than that, I've heard some of the best in the business that do drafts, Jeff Kavanaugh, and they're like, there's no game-changing defensive player in this draft. There's good players. Huh?
What about Surtain?
I don't know if he's going to be there for you.
At 10?
Yeah, I don't think at 10. I think maybe
Who's drafting the cornerback that high?
They're going to be teams that are going to draft it that high.
Not that high. Not in the first round at a 10
maybe
pick.
7 or 8 or 9.
That's quarterbacks and linemen. Okay, hey, when's the last time a cornerback ever went that high?
Cornerback?
When's a cornerback safety?
Morris Claiborne, number 6 overall.
That's who else did it? Besides, who else did it? I was just going to say. Oh, wasn't it the Dallas Cowboys?
Patrick Peterson.
Okay,
that's a baller.
Okay, what number was he picked up?
I think he was in. I know he's in the top 10. I don't know if he was 10 or not. But
nobody. The teams that are above them, they going for offense.
We'll see. I mean, that's not entirely true because if you have a really great pass rusher in there, Khalil Mack. I mean, look.
What's the name? They probably going for Miami probably going for a receiver. They probably gonna get an Alabama guy.
Oh God,
them in Houston. Them in Houston getting Alabama guy.
Tua.
Yeah.
Or
Deshaun Watson from what we hear. Because they keep talking about Tua trying to do a trade with Houston and Miami for Tua and Deshaun Watson. I'm just saying whoever.
Well, regardless, I would love that if that receiver came
Miami's drafting a receiver this year.
Yeah, I know. Of course they are.
They're drafting a receiver.
Here's the thing. I think that the Cowboys, it's going to be a 4-year, regardless. So it's going to be a 4-year process to overhaul that defense. Dan Quinn's only here for 3. Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him.
Well, you said 4, so he's here in 3.
It's a 3 to 4 year process, and I think that hopefully they can jumpstart the process. Maybe next season, in the upcoming seasons, they can upgrade finally during free agency because if they get some money, I just don't know. I don't see this defense getting better this season, though. You're still going to have a very, very below average season. But that's okay, though. That's okay, Wall. You know why?
Why?
Because they don't need to do that much. As long as their defense is presentable, as long as they're okay, if they're below average, they're just better than, let's say below, right there. Not the worst, but somewhere in the middle. Your offense, when Dak's healthy and that entire offense is healthy, they're going to be unstoppable on offense. Kellen Moore's back. Dak Prescott is going to be healthy. I think they're going to do wonders on the offensive side of the ball. You see how much CeeDee Lamb grew? You see all that? You see Michael Gallup become a man?
I'm being told to ask about why not build around Vander Esch. Why not build a compliment Vanderbosch or Vander Esch? I think he's saying Vander Esch. Yeah.
Oh, what does he mean? Get a linebacker?
Yeah.
I mean, we should get another linebacker. Jalen Smith sucks. I mean, that's it. And then everybody else on
I wouldn't say
everyone below, everyone underneath them. I mean, Joe Thomas, he was, he's older. He was, he's not going to come. I don't know if he's going to come back or not, but he was a much older player. And everybody else is just really young. They're just not ready to step up it. Maybe Luke Gifford, that young linebacker they got, he got injured, so maybe he'll get some playing time this season. They need to draft. They should draft another linebacker if there's one presentable there.
What if just the defensive scheme was bad for Jalen Smith?
No, it wasn't. It was just how stupid he was.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well,
it was a couple years ago. He was playing just fine.
Yeah, something happened to him.
Yeah, they switched the defensive
No.
schema. Nobody played good on
He
defense.
didn't play good last year.
Nobody played good.
No, last year he didn't play well last
How
year.
good? How good was the defense last year?
Okay, overall the defense was bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then in that year they cleared out
No, but again, last
Richard and
yeah, okay, fine. But then we're going back to that scheme again. You know that, right?
right now.
Dan Quinn and Chris Richard run
Okay, well,
practically the same thing.
maybe he will thrive. He did.
He didn't thrive last season. Walt.
Okay, that was just one season.
Listen, only
he did
thrived-
fine the year
Walt,
before. He was
listen,
good the season
listen,
before that.
2018 is the 1 year where you can say Jalen Smith kicked ass. Other than that, nothing. else.
Whose defense was he under?
Same defense.
Richard, right?
So you're saying but then what about last year?
I don't know about last year. I'm not.
What
gonna
about
say-
this year? He looked lost.
A lot of players look lost
Not
this
as
year.
bad as Jalen Smith.
All of them look
Not
bad.
as bad as Jalen Smith.
They all got burnt and toasted every play. So and they all kept saying, "Well, we switched to defensive scheme." Even Jerry said,
We got breaking news.
"Oh, we do,
got
we do." Listen, this is probably one of my favorite parts tonight. I'm glad he's here because we get to talk some Cowboys with him. As joining us right now in the studio, it's pickup time, guys. Freshly faded. He's here at Tobosh10 on Twitter, ladies, where they talk God, sports, and porn. And I'm curious how you doing today, man.
How we doing, guys?
Pretty good. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Hatless?
I was in a rush.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, y'all.
It's
you
rare when I see you without a hat. That's
How you doing, Bosh?
I'm good.
Like,
I'm
like
wonderful. Yeah, it's a good polo, sir.
Oh, I like that. He said it's a good one. Hey, listen.
I couldn't tell the difference.
He called me a hater. He's like, Bosh be hating on my shirt. Man.
No. My game plan is to try to get you to hate on me.
Oh, okay.
Because I be hating on your polos.
I would say this though. Why is this top
Yeah,
one?
you didn't see the new thing? The coaches in the NBA are doing this, so I feel like I'm a coach in life. So I was like, I got to imitate what my
What are you coaching?
what my guys are doing. I coach you. I coach
Yeah,
everybody.
he coaches up, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, then I'm Jalen Smith because I'm not listening.
that's not true. You made it to the big leagues because of my coaching.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that? You remember that?
Kinda
I-
get- you did
inspired.
kind of get to
yeah. See.
to the show.
Yeah, see, that's, I seen
Well, thank
I seen Eric Spoelstra rocking. I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to start getting like the coaches in the NBA.
Well, I'm glad Tobosh you're here because we got to get your take on the Cowboys.
Well, let's just call it what it is. He was in here hating on Jalen Smith.
Okay.
Um,
I was just being real and saying that it's gonna. Dan Quinn's here, but it's a 3-year process to get this defense overhauled. And my main point was, first of all, we went into the whole thing about Dan Quinn. I did some research. He's not really the architect of the Legion of Boom. Because,
I said he was at the forefront. I didn't say architect.
He's not the architect because a guy named Gus Bradley was there before. He's the
Okay.
one that started it.
And then, I don't know if you know this, we had breaking news. Gus Bradley has officially signed to be the Raiders defensive coordinator.
Okay, so who drafted the players behind the Legion of Boom? Is
I'm
my
guessing
question.
it was Pete and Gus Bradley. And of course, John Schneider, the GM for the Seattle Seahawks, is still there.
So shout out to the scouts.
There you go.
Who really never get that kind of
Yeah.
credit. Dan Quinn, Dan Quinn and Gus Bradley and Pete Carroll, y'all just had players.
Yeah.
Let's not forget where these dudes actually come from. They pretty much develop skills on their own, and then they get quote unquote coached up by some of these knuckleheads out here who's been in the game for years and years, decades and decades. So let's not really give Quinn and Gus Bradley and Pete Carroll the credit. Let's give the players and the scout team the credit for finding these dudes first of all.
And so I'm guessing you're going to agree with this point. I said it doesn't matter who the Cowboys bring in. I'm glad that it's better than Mike Nolan, but it doesn't matter because in the end, talent is what wins in the NFL. And if they don't have a talented defense, what's the point?
I think, especially for this particular organization and football team, talent is everything. But getting over the hump is the next thing that they probably need to focus on. And I think that, sorry, Kat, I think that, I think that what needs to happen now, you always heard Gary talk about finish the fight, finish this fight, finish this, that. Let's dial it back a little bit and let's play it step by step. Let's get the players in here first, and then we focus on can we get like y'all, I just heard y'all talking about Jalen.
Yeah.
Can we get Jalen pretty much in play diagnosis stage first before he just runs anywhere and then all of a sudden just like does a swipe out of nowhere. Let's put Jalen Smith in good positions and pretty much good places to win games and to apprehend defenses to call something out. Can we put Sean Lee and keep him on the field?
Oh no, we needed. Well, we needed to take old Yeller behind the woodshed on that one.
Well, but stuff like that though. I mean, even Layden. I mean, like this particular linebacking crew ain't helping you win games, and so dumb. I think that we got issues there too.
They're dumb.
Yeah,
they're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. They play dumb.
I just don't understand why we're calling players dumb when they switch the scheme up on them like that.
Okay, well, fine. That's fine. Okay, you keep bringing up that up. Okay, they switched the scheme up this year. That's
he
fine.
doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to leave.
Smith, okay, but that doesn't explain Jalen Smith because Jalen Smith was doing these dumb things last season when they had the old scheme, and it was the same scheme they had in 2018 when he excelled. So Jalen's doing something on his own where he's just kind of just doing his own thing. Somebody's telling him, or at least in his mind, he's thinking, paid. I'm just gonna run full force and hit people because that's what I do. I mean, the guy doesn't go near it. He just kind of waits till he sees a big pile of people and he goes, okay, cool, and then he just runs into it.
One of his main goals as a position player that he is to call out defenses, is to actually diagnose defenses. It's to tell us where that running back is going, or where that where that tight end is going. Hell, or where that quarterback is going. I've seen countless times where he's been in wrong positions. Yeah, it's an indictment on him.
The whole defense was in wrong.
That's an indictment on him.
Okay.
Because if you see 27 back there, that's the guy that actually makes
Diggs, right?
Plays. Yeah. Okay. That's the guy that actually makes plays. 90 makes plays. 90 tells you, hey, your running back is going to get the ball. Let's go ahead and stop him back there behind the line of scrimmage. So you got a few players out there, 94, you got a few players out there making particular plays, but when I see Layden, I can't really give him any grief because, I mean, he's not really on the field, but I see 54 out there 16 weeks. There's a reason why you're not banged up, sir, because you're not always, giving us your everything.
Oh, that's another thing, too. He doesn't miss games. Jerry likes that, too.
He doesn't miss games because he really doesn't. He's not there. He's there at the end of plays. I need somebody to be there.
I just said that. I said Jerry likes him because
he's that guy in your crew that when you get in a fight, he's egging everyone like, oh yeah, you just say it from the background, but it's Tovash. Like it'll be like Tovash fighting, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Tovash, get him. And then at the end when he's on the ground, I kick him. I was like, yeah.
Or Jalen is that one in the fight. I mean, pretty much when y'all go to the clubs or whatever, and all the big boys fight. He's the guy after the fight that's talking mad shit to everybody else.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now, huh?
But I'm just saying, Jerry likes him because he at some point he's always involved in the play. Whether he's getting burnt, toasted, scored on, whatever it is, he gives Jerry 100%, and that's why Jerry's gonna keep him around.
Well, that's fine, but you know what? Going forward, we're not gonna. It's gonna get. He's gonna get more exposed. Dan Quinn. Listen, everyone's looking to focus on Dan Quinn. Like, oh, I like this or like that. I don't like the hire. It doesn't really matter. He's just a guy here. That's it. Dan Quinn is just maybe a better person for the job than Mike Nolan because Mike Nolan was a very stubborn person and he didn't want to adjust. He felt like his scheme was God's gift to earth and he's going to stay with his scheme. And clearly it wasn't working, or at least they didn't have time to learn it during the pandemic. So regardless, and he was the scapegoat. Let's make no question about it. We had a bad season. They weren't going to fire Mike McCarthy. They already brought back Kellen Moore. So who else are you going to blame? They took Jim Tom Sula and they took out Mike Nolan. Everybody else is kind of up in the air.
That's say he's a fall guy. Mike Nolan was.
Well, who else are you going to fire?
He was the fall guy for last year. I mean, there was somebody you had to let go. I mean, because the players that you're actually calling out, those guys are on the contract. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Listen, your head coach first year, not going to get rid of him. You look at your offense coordinator, and that was the one guidance spot that everyone liked. So they brought back Kellen Moore. Everybody on the offensive staff did their job. They just had rash injuries. On the defensive side of the ball, you look around like, okay, you fuckers are the ones messing up. So which one of you guys is the leader? Oh, Mike Nolan. Well, Mike Nolan, he's the dumbass who got hot sauce in his eye. Let's get rid of him. I mean, the guy was consistently making himself.
I was really debating if that hot sauce incident really is what got him fired. I was thinking about that. I was like, I think they saw that and was like,
well, he didn't wash his nasty ass hands because I mean, if you go eat and then go do a press conference without washing your stupid ass hands after eating fucking hot wings, you got a personal problem, sir.
Yeah,
that's the reason why we in this shit in the first place.
So,
Back to you.
so Dan Quinn, I guess me and 12 of us agree. Dan Quinn, he's better than Mike Nolan, but he's not going to fix your problems because in the
He's
end,
got 3 years. He got a 3-year deal.
you got 3 years to go get ready. Because then, how about this? How about we let the scouts go back to work and let them pick the players and get back to working? Because I don't know if it was, and they probably started already. Because I don't know if Mike Nolan had a big influence on drafting those players this year. So let's hope that Dan Quinn doesn't have any influence either. Let's hope that the scouts, led by what's his name, Will McClay. We'll say Will McClay, get back in there, do your thing, and hopefully, maybe in 3 years, our defense will be okay.
I mean,
Don't expect a Legion of Boom anytime soon.
Legion of soon.
So we got Kellen Moore for 3 years. So we got Kellen Moore for 3 years, and we got
Danny Quinn.
Dan Quinn. So they come in together pretty much.
Pretty much. But
So both of them will get fired at the same time if it don't work. Is that what I'm understanding?
Kellen ain't gonna get fired.
See,
Kellen's not getting fired.
I think he got a bigger deal. Like I think that they really money whipped the shit out of Kellen Moore.
Because he would
I
have.
thought he money whipped them with this whole going to Boise State, but they can't.
No, that's called money whipping. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to let you go. Kellen was pretty much out the door. It's almost like the ex-girlfriend is leaning toward the
It's
new
funny
dude.
how they got that deal done, but couldn't get another deal done.
Right, but I mean, it's funny how they're leaning toward like the ex-girlfriend leaning toward the new dude, but she really don't want to let your ass go, so she gives you one more chance, type shit, and then you go, all right, babe, I'll be good to you, but she keeps the dude on standby. No.
Well, I will say this: Kellen Moore coming back kind of guarantees Dak's coming back, right?
Not
Where's he gonna go?
Yeah, there's one more year regardless.
No, I'm just saying.
They're gonna franchise
You
tag
don't.
him.
You don't pay Kellen Moore to say, "Well, we're gonna bring in a new quarterback." Kellen Moore don't sign.
I don't think that part matters.
Kellen Moore doesn't sign a deal
Listen,
saying,
here's
"Well,
the thing,
you're gonna take
on
my
the-
quarterback away, right?"
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Jerry kind of lost all leverage when he admitted in an interview that Dak has all the leverage. Like,
No, he didn't. That was
yeah, he
just,
did. No,
that's what they call it, tongue in cheek.
yeah,
That's all that
it don't
was.
matter. His agent's gonna be like, you already kind of told us that.
No, he
So
didn't. If he had,
You don't think his agent? You don't
if
think
he lost leverage, we'd have a
You don't
deal
you don't
done by
think
now.
You don't think Dak's gonna put that in there?
No,
They don't have a deal done now because they don't have to. They don't have to talk
Yeah,
right
they
now.
chilling. They got until like April.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just
They're
saying.
gonna-
June,
Well, they can't
some shit like
get
that.
a deal done now, but I'm saying we would
They
have
can
a deal done at
actually-
the beginning of the season.
They can.
It can start right now.
Oh,
They
can?
literally
Okay.
start
Yeah.
now. They just can't. They can get a deal done now because technically he is a free agent. The season's over. He is a free agent.
Unless they either franchise him or give him another deal.
So what they're going to do?
A deal.
Yeah. So basically, I think they can't technically sign anything, but I think right after the season's
Agree in
over,
principle.
once the Super Bowl's over, I think they can start like, hey, okay, well, let's just do some negotiating, and if they have a deal, then on the day when they can sign new contracts with their own free agents, they'll sign it.
I'm telling
So
you,
March is when
You'll be
see something.
dumping bricks. You'll be shitting bricks if you find out they franchise tagged him, and that's what 38 on the books.
he's not gonna sign it. I wouldn't.
I would.
No, he has no choice. What's going to happen?
What are you? Yeah, I'd be like, what are you gonna do?
Well, no, but so he's going to sign it. He wants the money. I think he'll sign it. I honestly think he doesn't have to report to camp though, or doesn't do that.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get none of that.
Just what I'm doing right now. Okay, go ahead. I'll sign it.
Yeah,
The
hey,
Cowboys agree in principle to franchise.
Here's the
to
problem.
franchise Dak
Here's the
Prescott.
problem. If he doesn't sign it, what would happen? If he doesn't, let's say he doesn't sign it, right? And he does that.
free agent.
He's not a free agent because the Cowboys offered. They still own the rights. They offered it.
For 1 year.
Yeah. Okay, so you think Dak will sit? Dak didn't sit last time.
Have you ever seen a 2-year-old throw a tantrum?
So
Or like a-
are we saying Dak's a 2-year-old?
No,
I'm
we saying
telling
Jerry's
you,
a 2-year-old.
At this point in his career, seeing what we just saw last year,
Yeah.
feet going like this, America, feet going like this.
Roll
Right.
Andy Dalton back out there.
We don't want to see.
Yeah, run Andy Red Rifle. Yeah, Red Rifle it out there. Remember, Vosh? Well, it's not going to be that much of a drop off between Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. So go ahead and run it back out there. Bring the
You know what's
Nucci,
funny?
bring the Nucci back,
You know
and
what's
bring
funny?
Gilda G back.
You know what's funny is that there's a lot of people kind of think that way because I heard someone say, well, Dak was like 1 and 2 or something, or 2 and 3 before he got hurt, and then Andy Dalton is the one that got them in prime position. I'm like,
Well, hey, if he did,
just like
I don't agree, but
if he did it once, he could do it again.
Let's not forget that Dak still has the locker room.
he does.
Dak still has the fan base. Dak still has the franchise. It's kind of like what I did to my daughter on Christmas. Give him the keys, bro. That's all you gotta do.
That. He did do that.
Like, all you gotta do is just give him the keys and sit back. I'm telling you, week 17, a couple weeks ago, or last week or whatever, Jerry lost $200 million right on that particular day. I'm telling you, many of fans had every intention of going to the pro shop, of going to the malls, of going to buy all this cowboy gear. And all of a sudden, when you continuously give me 30 years of, oh man, this sucks. And I want you guys at home to understand this. When you continue to give me like 30 years, 20, right now it's 25, it'll be 26 years of just, come on, man, year in and year out disappointment. You know what I'm gonna do? Man, I ain't buying that shirt, man.
Check it out.
I ain't buying that jersey. I had a pro shop gift card. I ain't buying that no more. No. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna tear this up. I'm gonna go get drunk. I'm gonna go somewhere else and buy my stuff. Like, people will jump ship every year. Thing is, if you stop buying merchandise and all this other stuff, they start seeing like seeing numbers decline, and all of a sudden it sways mentalities. So you might as well go and lock this dude up and give him what he's worth and what he deserves.
I'm going to tell you right now, the one reason why I think he will sign it, because you know how Jerry thinks. You know, I think Jerry
Sign the franchise.
No, Dak. No, where Jerry will sign Dak to long term. Jerry thinks, you know, he's playing three-dimensional chess. You know, he's always thinking ahead of it, right? I think because he sees, okay, well, the pandemic hopefully will be over by the fall, right? And they're hoping that
Fauci says the concerts will be rolling back in the fall.
Right. Okay.
Well,
yeah, I don't know about that. Well, the vaccine, I'll be vaccinated by then.
If they go by their plan, and hopefully they do. But let's just say hopefully.
I'm afraid we might be getting ready to go back on lockdown. I heard Clay Jenkins talk earlier. He goes,
not in this state.
We in the stay home, stay safe.
Did you not see that Tuscaloosa thing?
Yeah, but I'm talking about for Dallas. He was like, we are in
Tuscaloosa is Dallas, just a little fancy.
We are in the stay safe, stay home deal earlier. I was like, uh-oh.
Well,
we start talking like that.
Let's say things are somewhat normal back again in the fall. Okay, let's say it is. Jerry's thinking about that. He goes, we're gonna open up. I want my franchise quarterback right there to lead a packed house of 80 to 90,000 people every home game. I need that back. I need us going back to the playoffs. The only way that happens is Dak Prescott. Right now, the only way he can get there to get back to the playoffs and have all these crowds come into AT&T Stadium and celebrate is that if Dak Prescott's their franchise quarterback, he has to sign him. There's no other way. There's no other way. He will sign Dak Prescott.
So we're sitting here talking Dak Prescott and Dan Quinn right here on Dallas on air. That's Walt. That's EA. I'm Vosh. What we got coming up?
Well, now we got to talk more football. Some games happened this weekend.
Excellent game.
Ooh, high school.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, because you don't want to go there because you know. You don't know anything about this.
Right.
You don't know about this.
Yeah.
We're going to state.
Congratulations, sir.
We're going to state.
Who they playing?
I think Katie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, at least he knows.
And I don't know if you've seen it. Vosh has been at these games.
Yeah. Are you working them or just going?
Yeah, I'm just a fan.
Yeah, he's just a fan. That is rare to see. Vosh at an event where he's just a casual fan watching. In 2020 at least.
Okay.
In 2020 at least,
That
you
part,
know.
that part.
But yeah, he's out there at the game. He's soaking them in. I'm like, man, this guy's out there at the at first I thought it was a whole ballpark thing. You know, I thought he couldn't let it go. Because, you know, that's where the Rangers used to play. I thought he just couldn't
get teary-eyed every time.
Yeah, he just couldn't let it go. That's why he's there.
It's weird. It
is weird because, you know, where a home plate was, it's like seats. And you like it's so even the field is like an awkward shape.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a weird.
So we're going to talk about the NFL playoff games. I'm assuming.
Yes, we're going to recap the NFL playoff games here next on DallasOnAir.com. I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
And it usually goes back and forth depending on who has the superstar, as James Harden has dominated here.